Sunday.
Alright, what's the title of this stream?
Squash some bugs? Question mark?
Not a bad name.
Pest control.
Pest control. Yeah.
Nice.
Much better than the crap I came up with.
Hey, that was well thought out.
Alright, and we are good.
We are good. Who wants to do a quick recap? Anybody? Anybody?
Bueller.
That's how I'm feeling right now. Hey, Michael, why don't you do it?
Yes.
Michael,
Yeah,
you want to do it?
sure. Recap from last time.
Recap from last time. Give us what are we doing?
All right. So, being in the Bloodletters home city, we woke up in the middle of the night to find that they have a bug infestation problem with a hive filled with all sorts of everything from runts to magic casters that just, like swarmed the city. And thankfully, the Bloodletters, known for their savagery and large swords, we just hacked apart all of them and burned the rest and went to bed.
Yeah, no, then you went straight back to sleep. After combat, no big deal.
Just a bit of fire
As
back
one
before
does.
midnight
You know?
battle.
As one does.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you all wake up in the morning, refreshed, rested, a little sore from the night, the small cook fire that was in your in the tent has completely gone out. It's kind of cold, not super. It's kind of a chilly morning. But the day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
So, Wrath would like to kill some bugs, and we know that there's an issue here now. So, maybe we should rally some guys up and go to the hive or whatever it
Bug
was.
raid.
Yeah.
Raid them back, eh?
Bug run.
I mean, we don't have to do that right away, but that'd be fun.
Wrath is saying sooner than later is better for him.
I mean, assuming we're having
right.
a little conversation in the morning here together.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
I would think that killing the bugs would definitely garner favor with the town. I just don't know. The fact that this town is able to consistently deal with an invasion like that on a frequent basis only attests to how powerful these people are and how wonderful it would be to have them against the Gith. And so when I think, oh, how much is it worth it to garner favor by doing this bug invasion thing, it actually sounds extremely worth it if it gains their favor.
Especially
I
if
agree.
we happen to be able to stop future bug invasions. Who was it that was
Yankee, get
in there? Someone
those.
called the Worm?
Yeah, they called it
Sounds
the worm,
like
didn't they?
Worm. I hope it's a massive beast.
Pollywag and Wormtail.
I suppose we'd have to ask to find out more about the worm
That's true.
and the bugs.
Well, then let's go ask.
Think they'll have food over there?
Maybe we'll get lucky and have some fried insect leg. Who knows?
I hear from Albert that those are pretty good, but I...
So you pick up your things and you head over to the main tent, the kind of the gathering place from what you can, Wrath, from what you can remember. This is just the central gathering place for Clan Brozak. You walk in, your father's already up at the high table, chatting with Flight and 2 or 3 other bugbears. You can see individuals at tables scattered throughout this very, very large building tent thing. Half of it's weird. Half of it's made out of wood and like a full wooden structure. The other half is just draped. What's it called? Draped furs and hides that have been tanned. And it looks like we've lost Ryan's camera.
Sure, he'll be back.
But you enter in, you hear some cheers off to one side as a couple of the Clan Brozak raise glasses already filled with various meads or alcohol, you're not quite sure. And as you make your way up to the high table, your father looks at you and gives you the finger, the hold on a moment finger, as he finishes the conversation with the excuse me, I got some in the back of my throat here. Finishes his conversation before those individuals, including Flight, go ahead and go to their other tables and talk to other people. He gestures you guys to come up to the high table and, well, what a night, huh? We haven't seen a bug invasion like that for a while now. But you all handled yourselves very well. I should stop drinking in the morning. So, well done. You all have our thanks and our, most of us, as respect, those who saw.
So, where is this worm that we've heard of?
No idea. Most of our raids most of our search parties that go to take care of them either don't come back or get lost and can't find them. We're not sure. Somewhere to the south, there's a cliff face and mountain range behind it, called the Steppe, that they seem to be coming from. There's a town over there that may know more. I don't know if they've had dealings or not, or if they're having the same issues. If so, poor sods are being attacked from both sides, if you know what I mean. But anyway.
Well, I have some magical friends here who might be able to help find them.
I mean, if you're looking to impress the Circle of Bones, that would probably be a good way to do it. We lose maybe 100 or 2 every attack. So keeping those would be nice to then, rather than having to rebuild our population. I don't know. They've been annoying. That's about it.
Well, do you think arrows, right, guys?
I think we could do it. And if it's to impress the
Easy.
council, sure. Let's do it.
Well,
You see
know
my
some-
bag of skeletons? I have a whole bag of skeletons. There's no problem.
yeah, that was a little weird, not gonna lie. Wasn't sure if I should have attacked or not, but then you guys weren't, so anyway.
Yeah,
Flight
I mean, if
break-
you had, I could have just put them back in the bag and then something to be back the next day. So
I will say Flight might have been a little freaked out about those things.
Okay.
But yeah, if you wanted to, that would definitely be a good way to gain some favor, gain some clout with the circle. I know some clans have had more issues with the bugs than Rozak has.
Mm.
So
I think during that encounter last night, I had a quick glimpse of the oh, what is that clan's name? The lycanthrope clan.
oh, clan Primal.
Primal. I was trying to think of. Okay, but yeah, I saw them a little bit. Spooked me just a smidgen.
Did you see the eyes
Yes.
in the dark? Yeah. Yeah, it was a good. I will say it's probably a good thing you were with your friends. They're barely contained. No, they are.
Kind of got that vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
You always have them go kill the bugs, and then
Well,
you know what
I'm sure they've tried, but
Well, then the issue is you let a bunch of werewolves and were things out into the world, and then they spread, and their disease is expanded, and then they come back even stronger.
Oh,
Here
that
at
makes
least, we can sort of rein them in. Sort of. But anyway,
all right. I'm assuming we don't have to tell anybody. It's just go do the thing, come back saying you did the thing.
bring back whatever worm's head or whatever this worm is.
Yeah.
We still don't know if it's a person or an entity or a creature.
it might just be a big worm.
Could be.
Little worm. Little
Little
worm
worm,
pops
maybe.
out of the sand.
I love that
You step on
optimism, Raph. All right.
I know Flight had a theory about what it was, but I don't really remember what he said. So
I would love to.
I kind of tuned out when he started talking technical things.
Where's Flight right now?
Me.
You look around, he's like 3 or 4 tables over talking to a couple of people. He's got a plate of food in front of him and a notably smaller tankard of some drink than everyone else.
All right. Charles will go.
Yeah, do we just order some breakfast around here, or?
Oh yeah! Hey! And he shouts off, and food is brought for to you guys. Whatever you guys want.
Is there a
The people who
cafeteria
bring you
line
the
I can
food.
stand in?
The
Want
people
some
who
metal
bring you the
scraps
food,
by chance?
they apologize profusely for not feeding you guys immediately when you walked in. And anyway, so you can sit down at the high table and eat your food, eat some breakfast. Not gonna lie, it mostly is like some bacon, some sliced ham, which is bacon but different, obviously. There is a nicely smoked brisket that is divided up, and no veggies at all. to be
Keto.
served.
Wrath royal treatment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Keto diet.
It's the
Paleo
keto
diet.
diet on steroids.
All right.
But anyway, Charles, you want to head over and talk to Flight?
Mm-hmm.
You head over there, and some of the people who you're sitting with scoot over, make a room for you.
Good morning, Flight.
Charles?
Tell me
Morning.
about the bugs.
Well, they're annoying.
Yeah.
I couldn't hit him to save my life last night.
They're
that was
quite
bad.
flighty. Yes.
I see what you did there.
Ha, ha.
Hmm.
I'm sure no
But
one's
yeah.
ever made that joke at you before.
Trust me. But yeah, no, they're annoying. They attack every couple of months, maybe 6 months at the maximum. I don't know if they're just trying to regain forces to wipe us out or whatnot. But
Your dad mentioned you had a theory
about the leader.
bugs. Yeah, about the leader.
Yeah. So, when I was growing up, when I first learned that I had abilities, I left for a little bit to try and figure out what I had and learn as much as I could. Obviously, left that behind, but when I was gone, I heard some people in one of the towns far to the east of us, Darkford, I think it's called, that they the word worm is interesting because it can be spelled one way and mean one thing and be spelled another way and mean a totally different thing.
Yep.
I'm assuming you're familiar with this kind of concept.
Yes.
Most of the people here don't have any idea what that
I
ever
completely understand what you have been dealing with, if wrath is any indicator.
Yeah. So with this worm, it could be a big worm, or I remember people talking about a being of draconic ancestry and calling it a worm. It's just a hunch. It's just a theory. I don't know. No one knows if it's true. No one knows what this thing is. And nobody here wants to send enough men to try and clear out or even find the hive.
Okay.
So it's just an idea. I tried talking to my dad about it, then he got that glazed over look on his eye, and then I stopped.
No, that was
So-
his description as well.
lovely.
But that is very interesting. All right. That's perfect. We're planning on going down there, potentially ridding this problem to gain some clout, if you would.
Yes, I taught my dad that word, by the way.
Perfect. All right, but yes, we will be attempting that. We'll see how
Okay.
it goes. Probably well.
I would recommend, start looking in the town of Blind Summit.
Blind Summit. Do they have the most problems with it?
I remember traveling through there and hearing that they have had issues or dealings with the bugs or something like that. But that was 6 or 7 years ago. So, I don't know. Give it a try. Might be a good place to start, at least.
All right.
We know that they are somewhere within the. Oh man, I had all these names in my head before the session, and then they all gone, flew, poof. They're somewhere within the Burning Tops.
The Burning Tops.
And it's just what people call the mountain range down there. They're beautiful to behold, to be honest. It starts with a giant cliff face, and then morphs into these pillars of stone that just go on for miles.
You know, it's interesting. Outside of the Bloody Plains, every map that I've seen of Okoria just has the Bloody Plains, and it's basically blank. It's
Yeah.
why
It's-
is it because of?
Nobody comes out here. I mean, the last visitors we had were yesterday, you.
Yeah.
So
But before us,
I don't remember anybody growing up coming out here.
interesting.
At least anybody coming to the Bloodwell.
Is it just the reputation of the Bloodwell, or?
I mean, I know we have a big to do in that, but if I wasn't born here and have family here and have my stakes in this clan and in this city, I would not want to live here. It is, I mean, most of the center area, as far as I have traveled, is just desert and dead plains with very little life. Not much grows out here. Or if it does grow, it doesn't live long.
You ever hear of a druid trying to amend that, by any chance?
I haven't heard of a druid at all out here.
Interesting.
Well, that makes me the first.
Wait, when did you...
I imagine Donko just like... Oh. Donko's perception is so crazy, I'm not surprised he can overhear every conversation.
That's fair,
happens in
Yeah,
the room.
Well, okay. I stand corrected then.
Okay. Perfect. Anyway, we're gonna go deal with that. Probably set out today. Yeah. See
Well,
ya in
good
however
luck.
long it takes to get there, fight the things, and get back.
Blind Summit's probably 2 days walk.
Man, it takes
you-
forever.
You head south and just a tiny bit west. Basically, you go west or go southwest until you see the cliff face, and then head west from there, and you'll see Blind Summit. It's middle of like a dust bowl kind of area where there's just nothing there.
It's called Blind Summit
Blind Summit, yes.
within the Bloody Plains. Got it. Cool. I'm going to be lazy and not do that because we're able to go really fast. But, thank you.
Yeah. And under his breath, barely so you can hear, he's like, I missed that.
All right. Charles is going to walk over with his staff. He's like, all right, I got a name of the place we can start looking. I am full up on charges.
Hands is busy munching away on the bacon.
So when we're all done with breakfast, I'll just boop boop our way on over there.
All right. Breakfast is eaten. Boop boops have been done. Where do you want to go first?
Town that Flight literally just told me that went in one ear and out the other.
Summit.
You have the hardest time with my names.
I have the hardest time with every name, okay? This isn't just you. Listen, if I were DMing, I'd just make up another name. And hope no one was paying attention.
Okay, so you plane shift back to the town of Blind Summit.
Blind Summit within the Bloody Plains.
Yep. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. All right, so I am going to need that. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Oh, shoot. Oops. Okay, well, let's do it this way then. You, after a very quick double plane shift, it's disorienting, and you find yourselves blinking and shaking your heads as you land on stone, and you shake your heads, look up to see a very small town that stretches out before you. It's down kind of in a small crater almost, built to help protect it from the buffeting winds. You see there is a road or a trail that goes from the the western side into the town and out the eastern side. There is a fence or a gate or a wall made of timbers that barely surrounds the entirety of the town. You can tell that it has been attacked and burned down and demolished several times, then rebuilt. Some of the buildings look brand new. Some of them look really old and falling apart. Some are just debris, and it is, imagine like a Wild West town. Mostly wooden structures. You have the planks outside, or the wooden plank porches outside every building. Dusty roads. Very, basically, the first thing that comes in your mind for most of you is, why are people even living in this place?
Trying to, at least.
And as you are looking, you notice you're not even that far away. You're maybe 200, 300, 400 feet from the outer wall. And as you're looking down into the city, you notice there is a large gathering in that town, in town square. If I can talk tonight, that would be great. People are gathered around what looks like it could be a makeshift gallows.
On.
Raph, what do your eagle eyes see?
What do my eagle eyes see?
Wrath, you see a gallows. You see a balding man with a noose around his neck. People are surrounding it on all sides. Some are yelling and shouting. Some are talking amongst themselves. There is a hanging about to happen.
Oh, looks like someone's going to die.
It'd be unfortunate unless they deserve it. Let's go check it out.
Can I make a perception check? Can I see close enough to see like the person who's being hung? All facial expressions.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. With your eagle vision, you get advantage on it, and the DC is going to be, I'll say, 12. Nine. You can see the figure. You can tell that he's balding. He's wearing kind of like a burlap shirt, brown pants. Can't really see many features or anything else from this distance.
Okay. Do we go take a look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far
Chances
away are we
kinda-
anyway?
Jog a little bit.
We were like a few hundred feet away from the edge of town.
Yeah, and that's only like a few hundred feet from the center of town. So it's a tiny, tiny town. You can see maybe a dozen buildings of various shapes and sizes. Again, all lining the streets. There's the one main street and like one side street, and that's it in the town. So you follow the path, you get onto the road and make your way into town. Nobody is there to stop you or greet you at the gates. But you follow the angry shouts into town, the center of town. You can hear some people are shouting obscenities and curses at this individual. Some are yelling, "Why did you do it? Hope you burn in hell!" And there are more people shouting at this person than not in this crowd of maybe 40 to 50 people.
Okay. Is there anybody who appears to be like in charge?
As you look around for that, you hear a much louder voice and a man step up onto the gallows as well. He has, excuse me. Where's my description of him? Yeah. He is wearing a kind of a dirty vest with what was once a white shirt underneath, white button shirt, and some slacks. He's wearing a wide-brimmed hat. As he steps up onto the gallows, you can hear his voice is much louder than everyone else's, and it immediately shuts everyone up. For the crimes of murder, conspiring with malicious bugs, and purposely poisoning Blind Summit's water supply, the accused, Riani Talisbird, will hereby be hanged until dead. Does the accused have any last words? Dead silence hits the crowd as the man looks up. And now, Wrath, especially from this distance, you can see his eyes are wide with fear as he starts shouting, "I didn't do it! I didn't do it!" The crowd starts to yell and shout in outrage. Do you guys do anything? Or let it proceed?
Could I... Gut's reaction, could Chance like aim an Eldritch Blast at the rope that's like he's about to hang from?
Are you going to fire an Eldritch Blast at the rope?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Could I stop him? Could I stop you, Chance, or are you already too into this?
Make a dexterity check. You're gonna have to.
I'm not gonna say like stop him. It's like, Chance, wait, is what I'm trying to do, not like counter it. If he's already doing it, it's done.
Well, I'd say
make a dexterity. Actually, you guys go ahead and roll initiative. See who is able to go off first.
Boop. I'm just rolling a d20. Wow. It's a 22 total, I think.
Okay.
There's no active combat encountering your currency.
I just rolled a d20.
Just roll a d20, add your dexterity.
Oh, okay. D20 plus 3. Ah.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
It's meant to happen.
It's meant to happen. That was 2 nat 20s.
Oh my gosh.
This guy's only been sentenced, right?
Yes, he has just been sentenced to death.
I was just about to come
Charles,
up with like a huge convoluted scheme of like subtle casting telekinesis and like making him float or something. And anyway.
Charles, what do you do to try and stop Chance?
I was just gonna say, Chance, wait. I was just gonna like hold my hand out to like to verbally stop, like just to ask him to stop, essentially.
As you hold your hand out, Chance, the Eldritch Blast already leaves your fingertips. As you fire it, go ahead and make your attack. It's a fairly high AC because this is a very thin
Eldritch Blast got a range of 120 feet.
True.
But it is a thin rope.
You're definitely within range, so go ahead and roll your attack. Um,
Here,
The AC
Another nat 20.
the AC of this is going to be 20.
okay. Ah,
Wow.
just failed.
Ooh. You fire off one of your shots, and it goes just wide, barely missing. You hear shout or the shouts go a little bit quiet, and there are some gasps and other shouting that start. You do have two more.
Right.
At this point, I'd like to start walking up.
I think I'm gonna hold off on the other two since Charles did get the 20 on the hold on rate.
Okay, let's.
Does that mean you just shoot him up, or that's a good question. Can you stop an Eldritch Blast beams, or do you have to like redirect it just like at nobody? I have no idea.
I'd say you have enough. It's a cantrip. You probably have enough
Control over it.
control that you would just stop it.
Okay.
So we are going to see if the executioner noticed and see if they are going to proceed or not. If I roll above 15 total, they notice and we'll see what happens.
Of course.
You fire off the Eldritch Blast, things go quiet, and the man who was reading off the sentence, you also notice he has a parchment in one hand and a rope in the other, which leads to a stool that this man is standing on, and he was just about to yank it and drop him.
Oh. Okay.
As he stops and looks at you, at your party.
Our group, our
your
very
group.
sticks out like a sore thumb group.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Especially in this in this environment.
Charles wearing a fine, like, vest.
You have a rock man with an orb for a head, and a metal man, and a giant bugbear, and a.
I do have like various random bones and skulls on me to fit in.
It's true, you do. Which
fit in with the
definitely
blood
doesn't
letters.
stand out like a more of a sore thumb.
He looks up at each of you and just looks confused. Goes, can we help y'all?
Hi there. Charles will walk in pace with Wrath because Wrath said he was walking up as well.
Right. What are y'all doing here?
That's a great question. And let me answer that question with a question. Would you like those bugs gone?
Like permanently. Forever.
You hear several people in the crowd start to murmur and talk amongst themselves. Several of them are nodding their heads. And one of them goes, "Oh, frick yeah, we want them gone!" And now, just calm down. Who are you to interrupt this civic meeting and then proclaim something as outlandish as that?
I'm so glad you asked. Charles will do like a flourish with the staff and smash it on the ground. He's gonna cast telekinesis. He's showboating. Charles will then float into the air with telekinesis, almost I want to say Skull Kid style. It's like we're just a smallish group of vigilante adventurers, you could say, wanting to do a good deed to a land that we don't really come from. Is there anything suspicious about that?
Make a persuasion check. Yeah, no, just straight persuasion.
Yeah. That'll be a 23.
Just for fun. All right.
And Charles will land normal in front of the man that he's talking to.
And what do you want with this one?
Well, you said he was conspiring with the bugs. And if you want us to get rid of the bugs, we need to know more about them. And if he knows more about them, that's pretty good.
We would like to talk to him.
Make it quick.
Yeah. Charles will walk up to him. He's probably hanging.
He's just hanging,
Just hanging.
Wait, he's on the stool still, isn't he?
He's still on the stool, yep.
Yep. Charles has concentration on telekinesis, so he could very easily transfer it to him if needed right now, I think. But,
Okay. You see the man standing up there. He's got a kind of a scruffy beard. Looks older, mid-40s, 50s or so. His hands are tied behind his back, and as he's kind of looking down at you, also confused and a little hopeful. There's a glint of hope in his eyes.
Interesting. All right. I want you to explain what happened and why you're here within 1 minute. Go. And Charles will cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Are you diving in or just surface right now?
I'll dive in.
Okay.
Just to, surface for now, and maybe I'll dive in at the end. How about that?
Sure. You see him start to. He's like, okay. I was. He's just looking around at the crowd too, who's listening to all of this, and he goes, I was found. I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I was trying to just get some water for my family, and that was when the bugs attacked. But for some reason, they didn't come near me or the well at all, and so I just decided to get water out of the well. But then there was no water for a while. I went down as far as I could with the bucket, and there was no water, and so I went home, and then as he's going through this, you get in his mind pictures, images, or memories of just the well, and then the bugs, the Thrycreen attacking in very, very fewer numbers than they did at Bloodwell. And you get brief images of finding of this man, and as he's speaking these, trying to get water for his family, you can see an image flash in his mind of supposedly his wife, and the water bucket attached to a rope, but then something in the bucket, and then the thought of, can I get out of this somehow? That's really kind of all you're getting as he's stammering this out. So then I just went home, and then
what was in the bucket?
Nothing. Water. Not water. Air. I guess it was. It was.
Am I getting a better picture by directing the questions? Because that's what Detect Thought says. You can kind of like direct their thoughts by asking questions.
You can see the bucket, but it's fuzzy. He's like his mind is racing so quickly as to he's then going from the bucket to the fear of just about to drop to get his neck snapped, and all these different things that he's thinking of. He's talking. His mind is thinking about his family. His mind. He's thinking about things that he's not proud of, and it's just going through all of the like all of the emotions of grief
Mm-hmm.
as he's trying to speak.
All right.
He just kind of then he stops. He's like, "Was that a minute? I just
Charles will dive deeper as the spell's starting to like end.
what's your
My DC is
17, right?
yes, question mark. Yes.
Okay. He definitely fails. You dig deeper. And what you get is a child. His first thought is of his first full thought is of his daughter. She's looks like she maybe could be 10 years old. And the image, the scene of the Thrycreen taking his daughter, handing him a stone about this big, and then pointing to the well. And that he hears in his mind a guttural shriek and then an understanding of what he needs to do to get his daughter back. And so he walks over to the well, puts the stone in the bucket, and drops the bucket. But then when he turns around, Thrycreen are gone. And so is his daughter.
Intermission in 5 minutes with family prayer.
Apparently I need an intermission in 5 minutes for family prayer.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't remember the specifics of the spell. Is he knows you're diving
It's a
deeper?
little vague on success fail. I mean, like, let me double check. Detect thoughts. All right. Initially, if it fails, you gain insight. If you probe deeper, you must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind.
Okay. As you dig deeper, as you like pull these memories and these thoughts out of his head, his eyes go wide. Get away from me. And he just starts to openly weep. You finished yet?
Unfortunately, no. I'm not. You see, I'm sorry, I am so rude. What is your name, my good man? I'm talking to the person in charge.
Call me Ilhas.
Elias?
Ilhas.
Ilhas. Okay. Ilhas. My name is Charles Goodman. My associates here, Wrath. Say hi, everyone. Wrath, Donko,
Oh,
Castle, and
Hey.
Chance. Or Four Chance Darkening Thicket, if you would.
Mouthful.
Yes. This man may have done some terrible things. However, he did it in the hopes of saving his family. Now, if you would allow us a little bit of time, we could potentially rid your town of the bug threat and try to save whoever has been taken by these insects for you.
You know, I would. But he also is whatever ideas he had murdered my sister.
Didn't catch that bit in my mind read. Sorry about that. Alright.
In cold blood, and I don't know where you got your details, your information. His, did you say his daughter?
Yeah.
His daughter was killed in the attack last night. Body's been buried this morning.
Easily identified body?
Yes. It was a rough night for us all.
Is he telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
I'm bad at those. Why can't I persuade him to tell her the truth?
Oh, if only we had a truth serum.
Oh my gosh. Alright.
As far as you can tell, yes, he's telling the truth. So this man will hang.
Wait, so... Sorry, just to clear up some things. Deductive reasoning here. This man didn't, so to speak, actively help the Kree, but is being charged with, like, siding with them?
He is being charged with murder.
So he killed someone.
He did.
With his own hand or weapon.
Say that again?
He actively, like, with a weapon or his own hand, took someone's life.
Charles is gonna mentally communicate to Donko. Is like, Donko, are you getting trustworthy vibes from this guy?
Insight check.
Go ahead. Yes. In whatever plot he
Oh, right.
conspired with the bugs to do, he was found over the body of my sister. The protector of our town, the only one who stood up to the barbarians in the west.
Oh, good roll, finally.
Do you want to go into whispers for
Hey,
Ryan?
plus
Or?
5 is my insight? Oh, I'm not proficient in insight. Oh.
And yes, Donko, meet me in Whispers.
Oh my goodness.
Max, will this mess with your stream, though?
No, it won't actually. That's the benefit of the new
nice.
stream, is that it's very
Nice.
easy to deal with.
Yeah, so, yeah, Castle's not okay with them killing this guy. And he will start firing if he has to.
Yeah. Charles is like Charles when I got that 3, like even if I think he's being trustworthy, I wanted to call his bluff. I just wanted to I'm like when I said why can't I persuade him to tell me the truth? I'm like I could just intimidate him and just say to his face, "You're lying to me." And I know you're lying to me. That'd be a pretty high deception check, but hey. maybe.
Because I'm like, from what you just, because you spoke out loud and pretty much was like, yeah, this man was trying to save his daughter. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, and I know him to be able to like read people's minds. So I take your word at it.
And
And it's
honestly,
like, and this other guy's like, yeah, he murdered someone. And in my mind, I'm like, he's trying to save his daughter and he murdered somebody at the same time. That doesn't add up.
for me, for me, the problem lies in if he had murdered someone, that I would expect that to be in the front of his mind. I would expect that. He didn't even mention it when I asked him, "Why are you here?"
Yeah. Well, he's like wrong place, wrong time. And it's like, okay, so he essentially was somewhere where they assume he's the one.
Granted, this guy, for all we know, he could be like have killed somebody to try and keep his secret. In which case, that's pretty bad. But
I've known some bad people, and they laugh when they're near death.
yeah, that's generally true. Oh.
All right. We's back.
Oh.
Oh no.
Did you tell him the whisper in as Jar Jar Binks?
Oh,
Just
no.
imagine
That would have been
whispering to
great.
him in Jar Jar Binks. He's
No,
not
I think-
trustworthy.
I think if I did that, Ryan may have just exited out of the call and just left, never to be seen again.
No. I would just, on my next character, play Jar Jar at a spite.
Oh man!
Addie Gungan has a global
And then
race.
just to clarify, the guy that we're talking to is the one doing the hanging, or he's just the guy like
Yeah.
doing the speaking? Like, is he
He's-
holding the rope
he's
kind of guy?
Both. He's doing both.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
Um,
mentally communicated you asking if he was trustworthy, so I'm kind of looking at you for a nod or a shake or whatever you want to do. So
And on your response,
I would say at this point,
before your response, I gotta go help get kids down. So
Fair.
cliffhanger. Give me
Cliffhanger.
5 minutes.
Ryan, I
Be
don't
back.
want you to tell me anything you said. I just want your character to do. You know.
okay. All right.
I mean, like obviously, if Donko, I don't know, whatever your character would do. If Donko
You guys would
not-
have like emotional context cues from my orb thing, because it adjusts depending on
we've gotten
you know,
used to that.
my mood. I don't know. Have you?
I don't know if
Make a
chance-
perception.
That'd be an insight check. Ugh.
Yeah.
My insight ain't so good.
Oh. Hi.
I think my guns are on.
You guys all collectively speak various forms of code languages.
Yes,
In a sense.
What?
I
What
speak
is
many,
this-
many code languages.
What-
Why?
What is this saying?
Oh,
What saying?
Left side.
whoa. Okay, let me size this.
Where are you posting it?
I'm streaming it.
Oh, you're streaming.
I could send it as an image. That'd make more sense.
How do I zoom in?
That's the
It's
problem. Yeah.
really
I'm
hard to
gonna
read.
send you a screenshot instead.
Thank you.
Yeah, just put it in general.
Yeah.
Right. What are you coding in?
What is the context here?
So how do I explain it quickly and
Wait, are
simply?
you using C#, Microsoft ASP?
No, I'm playing a game.
Oh, okay. Because I was
And,
like, System Collection's generic list is a library in C#.
Yeah.
I figured that's what I was referencing. Yeah. So what happened was I accidentally deleted something by using a command.
Oh, you're in
Art of
it's
Creative
Unity.
Mode.
Yeah, it's C#.
Yeah.
Unity.
And in debug mode, you can place it again if you accidentally delete it. So I
Yep.
went to place the item again, and it crashes every time I try to place it. I assume, from my limited knowledge, that it thinks there's 2 of this thing that there should only be 1 of. But I don't know if that's what this means.
Well, more like the problem is it didn't. I don't think it removed it from the list of items it was keeping track of, because from what it sounds like, is based on it, is it tried to render a index in the list of the objects,
That doesn't
and it
exist.
failed because it's the
Because
wrong
there's
index.
only supposed to be 1, and it's trying to make 2.
Most likely,
Yeah.
if you're trying to make something that there's only supposed to be 1 of, that could be definitely a problem.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there is 0 in-game, because I deleted it, but it's only something that happens in sandbox mode. So it's normally not a problem for the game. The devs don't probably
This is
worry about it.
oxygen not included, I assume.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'd have to get in there and mess with the game files then.
No,
In order
I don't
to-
know if there's anything you could do.
I think there's a mod for this. That might fix it. Look at the workshop.
Yeah, null reference exception. Yeah, it's an instance of an object.
That's a deep cut, I feel. My gut feeling.
He programmed it using Unity? That's impressive.
Oxygen Not Included is made by Clay Entertainment, or Clay.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah.
They did Don't Starve together.
They did Don't Starve. They did Mark of the Ninja. Oh gosh.
Right? Yep, here's a mod. There we go.
I have no idea how mod makers do that kind of thing.
Right?
I'm curious to know.
I mean, if it's a game like Greedfall, it's so easy I can do it. But other games, probably not so much, I'd assume.
Okay, it's pronounced Clay.
Is it Clay? I thought it was Clay.
It's
Oh.
pronounced Clay because their website say Clay Entertainment. Clay. It rhymes with play.
It rhymes with Clay.
That'd be funny, but wouldn't get what they need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark of the Ninja, Invisible Ink.
Five play. What's the difference?
Together, Oxygen Not Included, and Griftlands, which is a game I want.
Does this mod work?
All with the Greasel.
Posted September 7th. Top comment December 23rd. May need an update. Great.
That sounds super helpful.
All right. Maybe in the change notes. Last update is September.
I'll be right back.
Things where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, Ryan. We may be
Mm.
running out of music, just so you know. So, if you want to cue something up,
Oh.
I just played the Dead Cells soundtrack.
Let's see.
Sing the song.
I can do playlists, right?
Can do what?
Playlists? Or does it have to be individual?
You should be able to do playlists. It just won't be able to add more than 50.
Oh, that's fine. Looks like it added the exact right amount.
Speak with dead probably wouldn't work on a body that's already buried, huh?
Probably not.
Pico. I
Oh, I'm looping. Because I previously added a bunch of Dead Cell tracks.
previously on Dead Cells.
Yeah. Just gonna keep skipping until I get to... Now you're gonna make me do /Q. In queue,
Never knew
63
more.
songs.
Never even knew.
Alright. We're clearing. And then we're gonna re-add what Ryan added. Oh, actually... Ryan, would you mind reposting that link you did?
Yeah.
Apparently it was chock full of Dead Cells music. And so I just cleared the whole thing. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Michael, you there?
What?
You there, Michael?
Yeah.
So, like, I had this cool idea.
Yeah.
I say but I'm gonna drag Ryan into this. Me and Ryan had this cool idea. That you
Oh,
could
yeah.
recreate Castle in Destiny 2. You could just use the character creator to make
Yeah.
one of
We were
the-
talking about how your token is a square instead of a circle. And it's like, wait, you just make a whole new character art for you.
just make a whole character. That's
Yeah.
a robot in Destiny 2. It's a free game, so you just download it, you just make the character, take a screenshot, done.
Yeah, let me just put that in a
Yeah,
token.
I actually do have a character like that. Do you want me to screenshot my hunter?
That's perfect.
I was like, I have an Exo Hunter.
Yeah.
That's who I play as.
Heck yeah, dude. Give me a screenshot. I'll turn that into a token and slap it on.
Yeah, there's bound to be a pose that works with all the. There's like a trillion emotes in the game, so.
Well, I mean, I just need your face, really. That's all we use for
Yeah,
tokens.
but like if you cool gun pose is always better than a.
Yeah, I have some pretty sweet guns too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother and I play, and so we farm stuff.
Yeah. That game is like meth to me, you know. Like if I install
As
it
a
once,
recovering addict of Destiny 2.
I need legitimate video game rehab after Destiny. In the first
The only
one,
thing is, I haven't played in a
farmed pretty
while.
much every item that was available in the game until Destiny 2 came out. It was brutal.
You said you've only played for a little while?
I've only ever played free to play, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're releasing the new one. What is it? They're going like they went light, then they went dark, and now they're going void, and now there's another one coming out.
Oh, nice. Now the last DLC was okay. It was all right. Honestly, wasn't worth it. The free content was more than enough. But that's how Destiny DLCs have always kind of been. Although, going back to the raid from the first games, that was nice. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah. Well, and I like that Destiny, they got smart and they're like, well, there's a lot of classics from like one and like some things that like people like that they rotate back in. And so some things go back into the vault and then they bring it back out and then they put it back in the vault and they bring it back out.
Yeah.
So it keeps the nostalgia, but also like, I don't know, brings people back.
They reworked them too so that they're viable. The new one, like have you done the Vault of Glass raid yet?
Yeah, I've done Vaulted. Yeah, Vaulted Glass is fun.
Vault of Glass, so much better than what it was before. It was real bad.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's a thing you could do in the first game where you just kind of bumped the boss off the edge of the map until he died, and then
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I got rid of that, which is good.
What game is this?
Oh, Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were saying that he can make Castle in Destiny's character creation because they have robots. So this character token is a square.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to fix
Well,
that.
you know that's a Destiny character I use as my token.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were thinking. It was like, wait, that's Cade 6.
Like,
You just
Yeah,
make
that
a
is
whole new one.
K6.
Castle is like almost the opposite of Cade 6 in some ways, obviously. But,
Personality.
Well, yeah, because K6 is like, hey, like he's like piratey, like whatever's good for me is good for
he's
everyone.
Jack Sparrow, Iron Man archetype combo.
Yeah.
Whereas Castle's pretty much like, no, this bullet's going into whoever's the biggest baddie in the room.
Yeah.
And if somebody's near death, yeah, you're getting a bullet.
So,
I think that
Pew pew.
Destiny Forsaken was one of my favorite video game campaigns.
Which one? They didn't hear you.
Forsaken.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Good. Probably one of the best ones that they did.
all right.
Yeah.
So, Donko was about to do something.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna very gently lay my hand on the guy's shoulder and kind of slowly take the rope from him if it's in his hand. Just like very calmingly. And then while I'm talking to him. Listen, friend. Sometimes when a bad thing happens, we hurt. We do. And we make rash choices that may not be right. It's important to give yourself some time and context and perspective.
Donko, make a Persuasion check with advantage, please.
Yeah. Persuasion
Please get ready with that
minus
flash.
2. Good for minus 2.
A castle.
Oh yeah. Can I get some brilliance?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So let's
Plus 5.
see. This is so hard to see. Oh yeah. Yeah, plus 5.
Nice.
That. That's my feature.
16.
Mm-hmm.
You see him. He's not sure where to stare or where to look into eyes of whatnot, but he's
So if I
staring.
notice that 2 little rocks just kind of
It unnerves him just a little bit more. But as you say this to him, and as you reach to grab the rope out of his hand, you tug on it for just a second, and his grip is incredibly tight.
What am I getting emotionally on his face?
But as you start talking to him, and as you give these incredibly wise words to him, his face goes from a hard, this man has to die at all cost, to pure grief. You can see tears start to well up in his eyes. His grip slackens, and you're able to pull the rope out of his hand.
One more for the skeleton bag.
Uh-huh.
And his head falls, and it's only then you start to notice the people around, those who have lost and did lose friends and family last night. Start to disperse. Some go home. One woman who, Charles, you recognize as the accused's wife, falls to her knees, openly sobbing. And the tension seems to fade.
All right.
Chance is going to walk up to the man in the rope and starts taking the rope off from around his head.
He starts smiling and crying as well. Thank you. Thank you. As he rushes down and kneels next to his wife. His hands are still tied behind him, but they just sit there grieving for a little while.
Well, that's the best charisma check I'm ever going to make, so I defer back to Charles for the interrogation.
This isn't an interrogation. This is just going to be a conversation, really. At this
The
point, this guy owes us his life. He's gonna. I'm
Yeah.
assuming he's just gonna tell us everything. I hope, at least. Yeah.
the leader, Ilhad, says as he's still looking at the ground, tears streaming down his face. You really think you can get rid of these pests?
Hold on.
Well, we've gotten rid of worse, I feel. So yes.
I'd say the alternative is we die trying.
We'll see.
Well, at least you can give hope. And then maybe after, if you survive and we all survive, maybe we can talk about the barbarians to the west.
That we like. Does he not notice Wrath, or is he just not associated? Never mind. I'm not saying any of that out loud. I'm just thinking,
Wrath
yeah.
Wrath doesn't have any of the symbols
Bloodletter
from
paraphernalia.
Yeah. So he just thinks another.
I mean, honestly, sitting next to two metal men, you don't stick out that much.
The weirder one is the one with the orb as the head.
And the cat man.
Yeah. Well, we do know. I'm assuming. Do you know where they nest? Where their nest is?
We got the vague impression they were near the south.
Head directly south from us. South from town.
Do you know
once
about
you hit the,
their leader? Sorry to interrupt.
I wasn't aware there was one. I thought they just had there's bugs, right?
Okay.
Anyway, if you head south from town, not even a half day's journey, get to the cliff, get to the step, and then head back west till you find these tunnels, these holes in the cliff face, and that should be where they are. You gotta kind of. We only went in once, and only 2 of us came back out of the 5. But yeah, shouldn't be too far.
Okay.
My apologies for asking this, but your sister and his daughter, are they both already buried?
Yes, we had the burials this morning before this.
Of course.
Okay.
That's unfortunate, but
Well, we have some bugs to go. Yep.
let's take care of it.
We would be forever grateful if you get rid of one of our many problems out here.
Why are you... If there's so many problems out here, why stay?
Someone's got to run the mine.
A mine? What kind?
Silver mostly.
And
Wait.
where does the silver go?
I think I missed a part. Are we already outside of?
I'm still
We already
talking
made it to
the
the
guy.
town.
You're still chatting with him.
No, I mean, is this still the village that we were in, or the city, or have we gone outside of it?
I think we're still in the town square.
So this isn't the Bloodletters town. You guys
We plane shifted.
plane shift.
All right, that's what I was wondering. Is that where we in the town square here? Or did we plane shift to town square elsewhere? So this
No,
is is it like a humanoid settlement or more monster peoples?
No, this is all.
I'm assuming they're all
Everyone here
humans.
seems to be human. Human or half elf. It's right, a varied mix.
They were also being assaulted by the bugs.
The
Interesting.
bugs, the bloodletters, the weather. Yeah, no, it's a hellhole out here.
Where does the silver go?
We ship it east to Darkford first, and then they send it upriver to the. I think they send it upriver somewhere.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's lucrative for the town, but I'm starting to debate if it's worth staying.
All right.
Well, I mean, if we finish what we came here to do, you'll be rid of both the bugs and the bloodletters, in a way. Maybe.
Thank you so much for your input, Donko. Anyways, we really should be going. All right.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
He's just gonna accept whatever the heck just was said, and
Is that like a bad thing to tell him?
Donko, I really don't want you to associate us with the barbarians that have been pillaging this town for the past 5 decades.
I didn't say why they'd be rid of him.
I don't... No connection. Not yet.
anyway, you.
Negative charisma.
That's perfect.
Is there anything you want to do in town, or just head straight south?
Is there anything worth
Hopping
doing
episode?
in town?
You look around. There's a tavern. Looks like there's a Caravaneers Guilds general store.
Caravaneer.
So a guild of people who run, people who run caravans and getting trade going through here.
Okay.
Oh, actually, did I get a good enough mental picture to figure out where the heck that well is?
Yeah, absolutely. It's to the south, to west.
All right.
Generally, it looks like as you just kind of walk in through. To be honest, you can stand in the middle of town and see all of the wells in town, in between buildings. It's again not a big town, but you can, after a little bit of searching, looking around, the well that was in what you saw was off to the southwest.
Okay.
Just kind of in between a couple of buildings.
Hypothetically, could a very strong bugbear fit in that well?
I mean, it's fairly decently large, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
Wrath, would you go
I'll
down
get in the
there and
well.
see if there's anything in there?
Why not? For a swim. Deep is it?
Are we using the rope that's attached to the well? Well,
But he-
there
Yes.
isn't-
I was just
Tell me
thinking
that.
he could just like hop in and climb out on his own. Unless the well isn't like wide enough for him to do this. Or, like, I guess how big is it? Does he have to like do this or like? He has
I
long
mean, I'd
arms.
say it's like 4 feet across in diameter. So enough to where he can climb in and out.
I'll get
It's
in.
probably going to be a little tight, a little uncomfortable, but no, it's not bad. So you hop in and kind of shimmy down. You shimmy down for a while, and eventually you feel it gets darker and darker as you go down. Do you have dark vision?
Does.
Eventually you do see water down below. And as you get closer and closer, you can already smell it's off. Something is off about it.
I'll taste it.
Make Constitution saving throw.
Nice. Wrath, do you see anything?
Anything.
17.
17. Let me double check. Okay, that fails.
Oh.
Oh.
So you take
We poisoned the watering hole.
What? Timmy's in the well?
Wrathy's in the well?
you take 17 points of poison damage
Tasting it? Oh my goodness.
by just tasting and a little bit drinking it.
Like a quick swig.
Oh, it's
You
LaCroix.
are. I will say, with
First
this,
slap hit.
you are not poisoned. You do not have the poisoned condition, but your stomach is upset for a bit.
You guys just hear this massive wretch just. Oh
Oh my gosh, he's dying! We have to get someone down there. Donko, quickly, get down there.
Wait! No,
You jump?
No.
Sure, why not?
He's gonna hurt.
I mean,
me so
I can't be poisoned by water. I can't even drink it.
bad.
Are you
It's a long way
stopping
down.
yourself, or like you're slowing yourself, or are you just jumping?
I'm jumping.
Don't
Raph will
jump!
catch me.
Just
Wrath, I
Am I
need
gonna need to go down there and cast fire on all of us?
you to make a
Bro.
strength saving throw, Wrath.
As he's falling and I see him and it's Donko, I yell, "Who told Donko to jump?" I miss last words. Check, sorry.
Yeah, strength saving throw.
I mean,
I'm,
I was just gonna
I'm
last second turn
concerned
into a
about
bird.
Wrath.
So
Are you just trying to like wretched?
Oh no.
Oh, wait, so
Just
you're
rolled
just
a
turning
nat
into a
one.
bird?
I mean, if I see that he's not dead, you know,
He's not dead.
Good.
No.
I was like, oh, rat.
Okay. So you start flapping around in there. Wrath, you don't have to like the strength saving throw doesn't. You don't need it.
Not one.
You luckily.
We would have just fallen into poison and died.
But yeah, no, Wrath's okay. You can see him down there, and with your ridiculous blind sight and whatever that a bat has, you can see the water, and you can tell with the bat's senses that it's definitely not pure, definitely not clean.
It's poison.
Czar.
I'll go ahead and climb out.
Easy enough. You guys get all back out.
As a bat, I'm gonna perch on Albert's shoulder.
Albert looks at you, and you can hear in your mind, "This is the weirdest out-of-body experience I've ever had." So, what'd you guys like to do? You're all out of the well. Donk was a bat. Normal Tuesday.
It's a bat. Okay.
Or sorry,
Oh,
normal
poison their water.
normal Soldoon.
Well, that's not nice. that's certainly a problem for them. I mean, if they can't drink, they're gonna die. Do they have any? Huh.
Does Donko have anything to purify water?
As a bat, and just
Do you have it today, though?
I mean, technically, I haven't prepared any spells. I don't actually know what. We've never talked about spell preparing rules in this campaign.
It's when you do it when you have a long rest.
Yeah, normally, but
In the morning,
it
you
takes
would
a while.
you would have prepared spells.
Yeah. Okay. Then it's probably just be my usual. I assume we went to kill bugs. I wouldn't have brought Purify. But I do have. I just got a whole bunch of stuff. I have to read through my list. I mean, I am proficient with. Where are my tool proficiencies? Herbalism and poisoner's kits. So I can take a vial, do a bit of alchemy.
If you want to spend some time and try to do something like that, you definitely can.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
I think they're. Listen, if we
With my nature of death magic, like definitely something that I work
feel
with.
like if we leave this town without water, they're gonna die to dehydration before any bugs can kill them. So we definitely need to, unless, I mean, we could ask if they have any alternate sources of water, but
Does anyone here besides me carry like vials and alchemy supplies and stuff like that?
why would I ever carry anything
I don't
like
know. Just like anything, like a vial of any kind, because I'm a bat. I don't have one. A cup.
Let's see. I have at least a vial or two that are used from healing potions, and I have a couple other vials and
That's
glass
true.
bottle.
Like I'm just
Rat
gonna
literally, well,
kind of like scan, see a vial in a bag, and just
question.
take it.
When Wrath drinks a health potion, does he always smash it afterwards?
I've always imagined when he drinks a healing potion, he just eats the whole potion.
Take it like a pill.
Okay, so Donko just snatched an empty vial. Okay.
Yeah, just an empty vial, bat my way down, get a scoop,
Okay.
come back out, realize I can't do anything else besides fill up the vial, and then unbat. I'm gonna crack out my kits, spend some time.
Okay.
If anyone
What?
wants to assist with any rolls I need to make.
You pull out all your equipment, everything you need, just kind of there next to the well. There's a tree stump there that's been recently chopped down, so you kind of use that as a table. Yeah. Anybody else want to help him or assist in any way?
I'll
I
help.
failed all my.
Does
chemistry
anyone have
classes.
alchemy
Actually,
proficiencies
have
or
nature
poison proficiencies?
proficiency.
I don't
Can't
have
no.
any tool proficiencies, but I can certainly try helping with.
Well,
this.
if no one has alchemy specifically, Castle's jack of all trades tool probably.
Oh yeah, I can make one. I even have a tool that can be shaped into anything. I can make a vial right now.
Because like at this point, I mean, I don't entirely know how artificers work, but isn't he at least like basically proficient in all crafting tools, or only
Yeah,
like
I can take an hour
He
or
does have
less.
the
I think it
all
actually
purpose
shrunk
multi-tool.
to make any tool set I need.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, I have the
The
tool
perfect
set.
tool
I
for the
need
job.
I
I
need
can
the
literally
proficiency
create
and
out of
knowledge.
nothing any tool I need.
I need specifically proficiency and knowledge for the advantage rolls, or however Josh wants to run it.
Let's see here. I'll say with Castle's help, you will be able to get the advantage.
Cool.
Because he just kind of has a general understanding of things.
Mm-hmm.
I always just thought the cherry flavoring is what healed you.
Flavoring is a good
I mean,
one.
the cherry does play an important role. I don't know about the flavor though.
So,
Flavor profile is the
what's
whole point.
the first thing you want to attempt here?
Well, I need to identify it. So, by breaking out the tools and whatnot, I'd have to. I mean, I don't actually know anything about this kind of field of study outside of what I've seen in movies, but I assume I'd build some or set up some kind of series of vials, test it against counter agents to see what clears it up. Maybe offer them to Wrath to taste once I figured out which one is probably cured.
Okay, so let's start with this.
Maybe set up a little centrifuge.
Attempting to anti. While he's doing that, Charles is going to walk back to the leader and try to find him and see if they have any alternate water sources available.
Okay.
Or if you're gonna do that, also find out where it comes from.
Okay, we'll do.
The well, if it's like an aquifer or a river. Or...
Go
So
with him, so he's not alone.
you set up your equipment, and very quickly you're able to get, especially with your druidic magic, able to get a flame going to boil it down.
Black
And
magic.
this will take a couple of different vials of the poisoned water.
A whole bunch.
But you guys can easily go back, throw a bucket down, and grab a bunch of it. Go ahead and make. First off, go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage.
Mhm. Investigation.
To see if you can identify. And you
Yeah.
do. This poison, it burns down as the water boils out and evaporates. It burns down into small spiky protrusions. And this is the first thing you think to yourself is this is incredibly potent poison.
I assume not naturally, like bad mushrooms in the water kind of thing. Someone put it here.
No, this is definitely intentional. The poison that you're dealing with here is concentrated purple worm poison that has been diluted through the entire water source.
Well, I think I know what the worm is. Maybe.
And on top of that, you get another vial, and you start to add some of your counteractive bases, and you throw a couple of acids. You do everything that you sort of understand. I need you to then make an intelligence check with advantage to see if you can find the nullifier. Ooh.
Can I get a flash of brilliance?
I don't even think that. Well, no, I don't even think
I mean,
that.
that would make it 11, right?
They make it.
Which is a
We make it 10.
Yeah.
Got you 10.
It's up to you.
I've already rolled, so I can't give myself guidance. Oh,
Yeah,
I always
I'm not
forget.
flashing that. You can't help
Yeah.
stupid.
No point. No point.
It's a flash of genius.
Oh, I have purify food and drink. I just didn't bring it. Oh, that would have made it. Actually, I don't think that works against something as strong as worm
It's
poison.
like you need how much can you purify? Because you need to purify a whole water source.
All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of
That's
choice.
not a lot. I
Not a lot,
I guess
But
you
I could get them
a
like
bath of it,
clean
yeah.
water. I mean, I could. That's a first level spell. I could clean them a lot of water.
That's fair.
So at least till we found the source. But
You spend the better part of an hour getting new samples, trying something, and it not working. Getting the new sample, trying something, not working. Getting a new sample, trying something, not working. You nearly exhaust the samples that you have, the supply that you have of healing agents and herbs and all of the various alchemical supplies. Nothing seems to work.
And next, I want to try something a little simple by comparison. I'm just gonna do a basic boil purifier, where it's just you boil it while you have the slope steam drips in the water. I want to see if that removes the poison. If the poison stays only in water form, or does it convert with the steam?
That's a good question.
Yeah, go ahead. No, this is my role.
Also, I'm gonna ask Chance real quick. Did you have all 3 of your spell slots available? Like, you haven't cast a single spell, right, Chance?
Not so far.
Okay. Would you mind casting 3 spells at me so I can recharge 15 charges on the Staff of the Magi?
Sure.
Yeah. Alright.
Eldritch Blast.
No.
So I'm going to roll a. Yeah, I'm going to roll a d20.
Oh wait, before that, I want
Short
to
rest.
have 2 simultaneously, separate, different things. But first, I need to ask Castle if he has any sort of fast spinning gear equipment already built, like just something that'll rotate very quickly. Is that something that he's built into any of his tools already?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
Castle knows more than
there.
the DM.
Well, for one, you need it like a whirly thing, like.
I need to make a really simplistic centrifuge, I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah, no. My thing that does cure wounds is like a spider thing. It can easily spin its legs.
Okay. Because if not, I mean, I could always attach it to my orb and just. But
That would work. Yes.
yeah, I don't know if I can get dizzy.
Um,
Just out of curiosity,
certainly
want to
try.
see if I can get dizzy. We're gonna do the spider centrifuge and another centrifuge on my orb for
also,
science.
What do I get from the town leader about their water sources?
It seems like out of the 3 wells, all of them have had issues. Like, people have had issues out of all of them. So it seems like the 3 wells pull from the same source, which seems to be some sort of an aquifer way, way, way down there.
Now is poisoned. Alright. Huh. Alright. And that's their only source of
See
water?
what
There's
happens
like
when
no
you
rivers
poison
or
the water.
creeks?
Not for a couple of days' walk.
Gosh. Yeah, that's rough.
Once poison the
Do I
water
maintain
pool.
resistances in wild shape?
No,
I'd assume not.
I'm like 90% sure you don't.
Say that again.
Do I maintain my resistances, my racial traits when I wild shape?
No, I don't believe you do.
If it from race, yeah. Oh. Okay.
So, okay, with the couple of different things happening, I need you to go ahead and make another intelligence check with advantage. I'm going to
Is
roll.
double bad numbers again. I'm switching to real dice. Okay.
I'm going to roll to see what the DC will be.
You
It
succeed.
succeeds.
All right.
As you boil out the water, let's go start with that one. It does seem that the poison stays. It's heavier, so it boils the water before it starts to burn and boil the poison. So the water that is that the
What you just said is
condensation-
interesting. I'm going to try and exploit it. You said it burns the poison. So if the poison is boiled down and the poison is burned, does it nullify its poison effect? If I test it out?
You can certainly try.
Back to what you were saying. We'll get back to that.
It does seem like the little bit of condensated water that you get, or the liquid that you get out of that experiment, seems to be clean. There may be some traces, but without more of it, it's hard to tell.
Okay. I assume you said it's heavier, so the same thing with the centrifuge, it's easily separating?
Mhm.
Okay. Those are
And
good things.
the spinning of your orb, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Where's my con? There it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
For the first time in your life,
Yes.
you feel dizzy. But you can't throw up. So it just lingers.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh,
It takes you a solid 10 minutes just to feel normal after that.
Okay. Well. In the well. All right. I've got questions that are going to have you make stuff up, probably. With the well, when we were down there, is the well straight down, or is it like? Have you played The Witcher? Okay. Well, is it a well that goes straight down and the aquifer's below, or does it open up to a cave of water, and that's where they built the well?
It does seem like, from what you could tell, it was just a straight shaft going all the way down and then water at the bottom. It doesn't seem to open up.
And that's way deeper down.
Possibly. Okay. It was hard to tell.
How far down?
50 feet.
Feet.
Somewhere between 50 and 60 feet was where the water was.
I'm going to do something bad. Something dumb.
I like dumb.
Might die. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm resistant to poison, and I don't need to breathe. Okay, beforehand, next test. Can I absorb the worm poison through my skin, I guess? Since I'm not made of flesh, does it even penetrate?
Let me look.
Aren't you made of that special stuff now?
Yeah, I got, well, most of me. A lot of me still wood and... I mean, I'm...
Alright, so...
Wait. How long
I could build a tap, and then we could, like, fill it and see if you get drunk.
Oh.
Chance seems like he's got an idea.
Actually, probably realizes it as we go, but I have that faucet, Jim, that I got from that one store that we could give them as like a something that they could use at least a little bit.
Wait, you have a bottle of endless water, or whatever?
It's not a decanter of endless water. No. It's just it. Oh man, I don't remember
if I wrote the notes that's connected to another plane with just pure water.
It's Arcano. Arcano. What's his name? Charles's friend.
Yeah, Arcano.
Right.
Or Arcano. Is his name Arcano?
Arcanine?
I don't know. He was like combining magic with technology, basically.
Right. Yeah.
That's what artificers do.
Right. No, it connected to the plane of water, right?
Yeah.
Which seems really dangerous, but it is clean water mostly.
It's cleaner than what they got now.
Yeah. Well, because here's my thought process. Well, I guess I should in character, because I'm going to tell everyone what I'm doing. But it depends on whether or not I get poisoned by dribbling.
Give me 2 seconds here. Sorry.
While you do that, for Castle, how do you teleport? Because you have a teleport spell, right? Is that prepared or is it an item?
It's an item.
An item?
Which,
can I
by the way,
attune
I
to
did
it?
not roll for that, but 2d6s.
Can I, while we're working over this like next hour or so, can I attune to that real quick? I'm gonna do something real dumb. Unless you want to jump into the well with me, that's up to you.
I'm not jumping in a well.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, actually, wait, I'm made completely of metal. Yeah, I'm jumping in the well. I literally cannot absorb
I'm
water.
testing right now to see if it'll poison us, because we don't need to breathe, so we won't be opening our mouths in the water. We won't be ingesting it. So I'm wondering if it's diluted enough that we don't. But it's
It
all.
I'm
does.
sticking
I
my
will
arm
say,
in first, by the way. I'm not jumping into a well to be sunk to the bottom.
But that's what I'm doing, which is why I need the teleport.
I will say
Yeah,
that
I don't have a teleport ready.
the purple worm poison does say a creature subjected to this poison.
Just in general.
However,
Well, I'm resistant, so I'll take
It
half
is-
damage.
hold on.
Oh.
It is fairly diluted within this water.
Hmm.
So I will say that will lower the DC.
Okay.
Some part of
And,
Charles is really against putting our wisest character and our smartest character in a very dangerous
Do a
situation.
well of poison. Well, so did you say that the item it can't teleport today, or it can?
No, it can't. It can't teleport today.
Why?
Well, I don't have 10 charges.
Oh, frick! Right.
Okay, what do I have?
And
I mean, I
charges.
have.
What it can do today, though, is if there was a tree down there, we could just poof back to the top.
Well, I am Well, I'm not really a tree
So
anymore.
if you could grow a tree at the bottom of the well, we could easily just boom. Back to the
Wild
top.
shape list real
I'm
quick.
gonna veto that.
I might have a wild shape that's immune to poisons. I don't know. At this point, okay. So other circles, I can go up to CR1. Bear, Dino. Oh, what? That's a land animal. And a giant octopus. Have that
Are
one.
Charles and Chen still meeting with the leader at the moment?
If you want to be, if you wanted to go talk to him real quick.
Sure, I'll go with Chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a
Go-
minute
go
looking
back.
through my bestiary. So
I'm gonna go back to what was it, Ilhad?
Ilhad, yeah.
Ilhad, yeah, and I'm gonna pull out the faucet gem and I forget how do you turn it on?
I believe it was just a touch and focus kind of thing. And then it actually has a metal cage around it with a spout almost on one side, so you can touch on one side and hold it, and it'll start pouring out one side of the spout.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that out and demonstrate it and say, you guys probably need this until while the water supply is kaput.
Whoa, I really appreciate that. Thank you. This is amazing. We'll be starting to stock up and store as much water as we can. We really appreciate this. He gets really excited and starts to go around to whoever needs it.
We have our smartest and our wisest working on a solution to the well. Smash cut to
well, if I
Donko
just
and
jump
Castle.
into the
Just
well and just sink all the way to the
what if we
bottom,
grew a tree?
what if we can cut down a tree
All
and
right.
I could jump into it with the tree?
Wait, you're wild shaping into a tree?
That's a
Gotta
comic.
be.
That's
Ryan, you need to make that.
Oh,
Oh,
comment.
con save from the
No, not a con. Well,
Oh.
yes, actually, if you're testing it on yourself, I do need you to make a con save. But what I was referring to was you need to make
a
a
doodle.
comic of that scene.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah, I
Charles
can
saying
do
we
that.
have our smartest and wisest working on a solution to your water poison problem.
If you can, because I will forget probably, but if you can clip this,
Yeah.
Max, in the Twitch vids or whatever, VODs, whatever they call them,
No, I will. No problem.
I will
Awesome.
do that.
12 does succeed. So you will take half damage.
Right. So that's sorry. You said it was 12 originally.
No.
Oh,
So you take half of that, 9 points of poison damage.
interesting.
You also have resistance, so you take that have that again down to 4 points.
Okay. As long as I save, it's not horribly lethal.
Yeah, I will
Now,
say
if I'm in my circle of spores, am I?
I believe that's necrotic damage.
Is it necrotic? It kind of. I think the original before when it was Unearthed Arcana was poison, which is
Yeah.
why I thought I was immune. Yeah, necrotic.
So yeah, the DC for your con save per round will be 11,
Okay.
with it being so diluted within the water
And
supply.
how quickly can? I mean, how heavy? I'm pretty heavy at this point.
Yeah, you're all
All these
rock.
rocks. So how fast would I sink to the bottom? Is the question. How
Can
fast
Donko even
will?
swim?
I
That's
mean,
my question.
in theory,
I mean,
I
like,
don't know.
you're supposed to be able to, as a player character, you're
Like,
supposed to be able to
so-
swim, but
Some history knowledge from my past. When I was a lifeguard, there are two kinds of lifeguards, right? There are people like me that float really well, and then there are the really shredded guys that you'd see them on boardwalk or whatever. They sank. They had such a hard time swimming in cold water. Half of them would not make it throughout the training. So, I don't have any form of blubber. Is my point.
I mean, you're made of
I'm going straight down.
partially wood.
Yeah,
Not
that's
anymore.
true. And like, as long as you
Right now, it's
maintain,
like 50%
you know-
rock, like metal rock.
yeah,
Metal rock now, huh?
yeah, I'm going straight down. It's part of my plan, but I'm trying to find a way to keep the poison off of me. I'll be able to see because I have blind sight up to 30 feet at least, which is good. What spells would I have prepared? Oddly enough, I stopped doing Create or Destroy Water, even though I told myself I'd never again go anywhere without it. So I don't have that.
So tell me this: what are you attempting here?
So my initial theory, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it just yet, but I'm going to go down the well and sink as far as I can until I stop taking poison damage. I think is what I'm going to do. I want to see how far the worm poison is. Is it on the surface? Is the entire aquifer poisoned? Is there a giant worm down there that's going to try and kill me the second I come within his range? We'll see.
Okay.
Hence why I need a teleport to get
That's
out.
the worst case scenario, actually, is the rock they threw down there was a purple worm. That would be awful. Hopefully that's not the case. Anyways.
Yeah.
Like an egg or something.
Or
Yeah. And I'm worrying that that's what's going to happen. So I need a way to get out quick. I have a feeling that Charles wouldn't be too comfortable with me taking our most powerful weapon down there either. The
Charles
plane
is
shift
there.
itself out
But, oh, yes, no.
with the staff. Yeah, you wouldn't let me go down there with that.
Trying to think.
Well,
Spell I could cast on you? Chance could cast Flight on you.
Will that work in water though?
I assume it would. I mean, why
Yeah.
not? It's magical flight.
I have a spell called Water Walk, but it's not prepared, of course.
I don't think that helps you. Oh wait, does it
Well,
actually?
Water
think it
walk.
allows
If you cast water walk while you're underwater, you can choose to immediately shoot up to the surface.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you don't.
Yeah.
Have
But I don't have it prepared.
that.
I can't do it on command.
What do you mean you didn't prepare every water spell in this waterless land? Why wouldn't you do that, Donko?
No, I just wasn't
Wait.
thinking.
Did we end up having time to like for a short rest while
Yes.
they were working on?
Oh, absolutely.
That's why
Yeah.
I was asking you about your spell slots and just.
I always bring polymorph. And it says any beast whose challenge rating is equal or less than the target. Which means I can go over challenge rating 1. So I'm going to pull up the list of beasts and find one that's immune to poison. You guys do other things, because I'm going to be doing a couple of things here.
I guess we're chilling.
It's probably
going
to take
for
me a
just
bit.
A little
I don't
bit
wanna-
longer. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a temporary solution.
Yeah, we can. How about So I tell the group about how I figured out how to at least clean the water, and if they can tell village chief about it, get that information around how they can at least survive until we fix it. That'd be good.
I mean,
And
we
while you guys
also
do that,
have the infinite water faucet. I mean, how much water does that thing make?
Yeah, but do we want to give nameless NPCs a magic item to another plane of existence?
Yes.
Like,
What could go wrong?
I can't think of a single reason.
Listen, I trust Arkano's inventions. And if we tell him we gave it to a destitute town whose entire water supply was poisoned, I think that'd make him feel good. I'd hope, unless he's terrified that it would go wrong and kill everyone.
Well, didn't he say that it was like powering a lot of plumbing in that city?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He did. So it is semi-trustworthy. We didn't really interview any plumbers about it to see what their opinions were on it, but that doesn't matter.
You see, the
water elemental
the
got
second pi
plugged up in
equals the
system
volume
again.
times the density.
Okay.
Plunging a toilet and water elemental.
How?
Wait,
That's
you
the
have
next
exploding
campaign,
heads.
guys.
Why don't we just try and blow this well up?
I don't think I have any more. I think we used them all on the bridge to
We
escape.
did. I remember there was at
Um,
some point he said, I'm
okay.
going to use the rest of them. I remember that. As a bargaining chip. To the DM.
Great bargaining chip.
this beast is in the monster manual. So I'm just up to the DM's discretion. I want to turn into a plesiosaurus.
Plesiosaurus.
It's in there.
I will say plesiosauruses are
They're large.
They will not fit down the well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go down, and then if the well opens up large enough that I can swim freely, plesiosaurus.
Okay.
They're a beast.
No, they are.
Although, what's the highest? Giant shark. Giant
okay,
shark is
so-
stronger and faster. So never mind. Giant shark would be
So
better.
wait, an aquifer is a body of porous rock or sediment saturated with groundwater. So is there really
It depends. Yeah, sometimes it's a big open body of water. Sometimes it's a it's mud with water
I
in it.
still am on the Googling what is an aquifer thing.
Now,
I mean, either way, it works out. If I hit ground, then that means I'm not going to get killed by a purple worm. So
Brian,
You get
you're
to
gonna
live
say
another day.
exactly.
I was just gonna say what happens if it doesn't open up into a cave.
So we'll just see what it turns into. How am I going to get out though? I still haven't figured out that part. Oh wait.
Well, there's the spell fly, wasn't there? Did we decide if that would work or not underwater?
You could.
I think it would.
What would?
The spell fly.
Oh, so it would shoot
I
me
have
up.
the spell fly.
No.
I have the spell fly prepared.
Google it. Does
Are you?
fly
Is an artificer able to take a short rest
underwater
and infuse a spell into an item, or they need longer to
That's
do
a
that?
long rest.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's
You
a long
can
rest.
probably fly at half speed underwater, is the answer.
No, it'd be easier for me to just turn into something that can swim then for extreme speeds.
Why?
I wonder if Wrath of Nature does anything. Or not Wrath of Nature, the other one. Where is it? Oh, don't I always have gaseous form? I do. Okay. Will gaseous form immediately force me out of water? Doesn't say in the spell how it works. It
would
treats
imagine
liquid
it-
as a solid surface, but if I do it in the water,
I would imagine it would react similarly to water walk.
and I just okay, I'll take that. Gaseous form is my way out.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, because
I'm gonna do
bubbles
it.
would rise in the water.
I'm gonna do
Also,
it.
wait, gaseous form, like, technically the water wouldn't be touching you because you're made of steam.
Maybe we'll see. See.
All right.
Oh, how many wild? I always forget if my wild shape is recharges on a short rest or not. Just use it so little.
Akko, I wish you the best of luck.
Oh,
Your short rest. Okay, so I have two. That's good.
gaseous
I'm
form
going
treats-
to first
Ga- gaseous
symbiotic
form
and
treats liquids as
alright.
though they were solid surfaces.
So if you cast it while you're underwater, I'm assuming it just.
well, that's the thing. Is like it's a which type of displacement physics are we gonna fudge? You know.
Okay, sorry.
See, me in my brain, I'm imagining My Hero Academia for any of those that fellow anime connoisseur, my fellow anime gamers. But there's a character, you know, he can become incorporeal and move through solid surfaces, and then when he becomes corporeal, you know, you can't just displace solid objects, so it skyrockets him out of the material, you know. And at that depth, if I were to try and displace that much water, it wouldn't happen, you know. But then I already have a physical form, and it
What does
would
the DM say?
shrink, so the water would impact and kill me instantly. Can I take damage while I'm in a gaseous
What
form?
does the DM think? I'm curious.
I already said what I think.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
believe it will react similarly to the water walk spell.
Yeah.
And
So
I
I'm
imagine, you know, a Donko-sized fart underwater. All that's just going to go up to the surface.
Yeah. 'Cause I think the intention of, like, when they say it acts as a solid surface, you throw a bubble of steam at water, it's just gonna go boo. You know? It's not gonna move through the water. But if it's
Yeah.
under the water, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So,
I'm going to symbiotic entity first for that extra HP.
okay.
So that's an extra. It's was it 4 times my current level? 4 times. So yeah, level 12 now. Nice. 48 extra hit points. I'm going in. Just as Donko form for now.
You guys,
Dives.
I'll say
He dives and maybe dies.
Pencil dive, of course. It's the safest way down.
Chance and Charles, you just finished talking to the town leader. You turn the corner right as you see Donko
Once again, drop into the well without any concern for my health.
straight down
Math
the
is
well.
just
After
there waving. Bye.
after just a few seconds, you hear a splash of water. Donko, I need you to make your first con save.
Okay.
DC's
Did
11.
Donko just do what I think he just did?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, he did.
Donko, you take 8 points of poison damage.
All right. We're now down to 103 HP. Let's go.
You start to sink immediately. There wasn't any, splashing or coming up for any buoyancy. You just hit and drop like, well, a rock. You drop and sink another 10 feet. Another con save, please.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, how much did I sink?
10 feet.
10 feet. At my
Yeah,
mass?
I think
Yeah.
you do.
That checks out.
You ever watch the guy? You weren't there when Leonardo DiCaprio dropped the 2 things off the Leaning Tower of Pizza?
This is water, and I'm 300 pounds of solid rock in a knife shape.
Weight doesn't matter.
No? Oh,
No, remember?
I don't know anything about physics.
You take half of that is 8. You take another 4 points of poison damage.
Okay. Well, let's see. I accelerate this with any spells, and I turn it into a rocket or something.
You sink another 10 feet. Go ahead and make another con save.
Hold on. What do I have prepared? Nothing will move me forward. Unless booming blade causing like impacts, that'd probably kill me. Alright.
Another con save, please. 11 just barely succeeds. So you take another 4 points of poison damage. You drop another
How many?
4.
4.
You drop another 10.
I'm also resistant, so half of that again.
Nope, that is resisted and halved.
Oh, okay. Another 4 then.
Oh my
You're good.
gosh.
You drop another 10 feet. You're now 30 feet below the surface. Another con save, please.
Okay. Am I still surrounded all sides by well at this point?
Yep, it does seem to be. That's right, you have blind sight, so yes, it's definitely. You take 5 points of poison damage.
Okay.
You drop another 10 feet. Another con save, please.
Ooh.
You take 7 points of poison damage.
Okay. We're still good. Still in my 10 hit points.
You're now at 50 feet below the surface. Con save. Another 7 points. You drop another 10 feet. You sink another 10 feet. And your visual senses are gone. It's pitch black in here with just a very, very small, warped pinprick.
Minus the blind side.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Your visual senses.
Yeah.
Your small warped pinprick of light above you. Make another con save, and right here is where you hit solid ground.
Interesting. Okay.
As your blind sense tracks around, you succeed. So this time you take another 4 points of poison damage. It does seem that your feet, I will say it's not really like solid, it's more squishy.
Right, right.
Your feet sink a couple of inches into silt. And as you look around, the walls are still roughly the same size.
At this point, is it a dug? Just like dug sides, or did they brick it all the way down?
It's dug sides.
It's dug sides. Okay.
Make
a second to process some info while I.
Okay.
Is it? I know I have it. I usually have it prepared. The move earth or something. I don't know if that's the cantrip or not, though. This one? think this is it. Meldstone can I actually move within the rock? Or is it just I just go into the wall and I stay there?
What does it say?
Oh. I don't know if you can hear volume melding yourself and your equipment you carry. Okay, so I don't become like fluid. It just wraps around me, so that's not it.
Encase yourself in stone.
Yeah. Where's the move earth spell? I have it. Oh man, protection from poison. I sure wish I had time to prepare that. Am I dumb? Is this what's happening? Earth tremor. Oh, I guess I don't have move earth. I think must be the cantrip. Okay, sorry. So another con
You're
save you
good.
said?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Don't like that.
That's the thing I'm good at. Ah. Guidance. Next time. How many bad rolls do I need to make before I remember guidance?
Or real dice.
We're up to like 300.
Make a history check for me, real quick.
Also a thing I'm good at. Guidance.
Guidance this time.
Guidance, where are you?
That's still pretty good, but yeah.
The abyss. The abyss
19.
upon
19. This is the same. This is the same well that the man who was about to be hanged dropped the stone into,
Okay.
or
Do I see a
whatever,
stone?
or whatever it was. With the 12 perception, you look around, and if it's there, it's sunk into the silt below.
Diggy dig.
Investigation check then. Actually,
Yeah.
before investigation check, con save.
Ah.
And then investigation check. Cool. You take 6 points of poison damage.
We're still in 10 hit points. Good. I'm sorry, is that 2? Okay. Done. I'm done with these dice.
You start digging
A long
through the
time ago.
mud and the silt beneath you, and there's nothing. You can't feel any sort of stone or rock. You can actually push your hand down nearly up to where your elbow joint is into it before you hit what seems to be some sort of a solid surface down below. Whether that's packed earth or stone, you're not quite sure.
I'm going to do something a little silly. I'm going to druid craft a bunch of vines. How far away can I cast it? Touch. What do we say?
It'd probably be from a certain point.
You create one of the following effects: sensory, harmless, sensory, plant stuff. It's really vague. The effect must fit within a 5-foot cube. There we go. And I assume this is a player-sized well. Okay, so 5 feet down below me, I'm going to start just like a mesh of roots slowly pushing upward, so that nothing smaller than nothing larger than a baseball will fit through. So it just pushes whatever's hard to the surface.
All right. Oh yeah, with that, you reach down not feeling anything. The druid craft goes off. You can feel the tendrils of vine digging into the silt. And as you reach and pull and kind of lift it up like a weird makeshift strainer.
Like a vine net.
A vine net, yeah. A vine strainer. You lift it up and there are 3 stones the size of what was allowed to go through the strainer, or not allowed to go through the strainer, in there. It's dark, and even with blind sight, you can't really tell much about the stones themselves.
Does one
But you
feel
can
extra spicy when I touch it?
No, it feels like stone.
These just feel like rocks. I don't get poisoned extra from touching them. Oh, Max, what's happening to your camera?
Jeez, what the heck?
They're pulling him into the Matrix.
The aliens are coming.
Okay, we're fine.
That was weird.
It's because I have a weird setup.
But you do now have 3 different stones. Not sure if that's what you were looking for, or
I want to if I grab them because it's poison on contact. Do I get poisoned by touching the rocks? Like extra poison, concentrated.
Doesn't seem to be. Make another con save, just for being in the water.
Okay.
Succeeds. So you take 4 points. Another 4 points of poison damage.
Just enough to kick me out of 10 hit points. All right.
Okay.
I got another one. I'm not finding the solution I want. Okay. Well, since I've loosened up about a 5-foot depth of mud, I'm gonna submerge a bit. Do I get poisoned from the mud too, or is it just when I'm in the water?
It does seem to be in the mud too. If you wait a few seconds, go ahead and make another con save. Okay, succeed. Have that to 7. Have that. You take 3 points poison damage. It's one of my absolute favorite songs.
Right.
From Hollow Knight.
Shoot. I'm not getting any of the answers I wanted down here.
You can make another investigation check for luck.
Yeah. I'll do one last look around before I...
Okay, one last investigation check.
No more. Did you?
If you have enough hit points, you could afford to swim out normally instead of gaseous forming.
If I can swim, we'll find out. I do have a second wild shape too, just in case. Okay, don't feel me now. It's a 19, not 16. Plus my investigation. Plus 2. So 21.
21. You start to look around and start to feel, especially now that you're submerged, you kind of get a weird blind sight extraness within the silt as it's being kicked up into the water, then starting to fall back down. You are confident that those stones that you gathered with your vines, your vine strainer, were the only stones or loose
Either
rocks.
or it dissolved, probably. One of the two. Okay.
Do you take the rocks or do you leave them?
Yeah, I'll take them with me.
Okay.
Oh wait, I guess with
And,
gaseous form,
I'm gonna...
you would gaseous form the rocks as well because they're like.
It would come with me. Yeah.
Part of
So I'm gonna try swimming first, just to see if I can.
Okay. Go ahead and make a athletics check.
Ooh. Why did I do that? No, real dice. Well,
that's all right.
15.
Mm-hmm.
It's slow going, but you do start to, especially with kicking and swimming, as best as you've ever seen a person swim. Which I don't know if you actually have.
Probably not. This is no good. I think to myself, and probably try to think out loud. Cloud time.
Real estate is no good.
Have no lips.
Cloud, I'm out of here.
You doing gas
Two.
form?
Only lip service.
Okay.
You into your gaseous form and immediately get jettisoned to the surface. And
Perfect.
I believe with that you have a flying speed of 10 feet, so it'd take you a minute to get up and out, give or take.
Okay.
So you guys watch as this cloud, this weird...
The Donko fart.
Yeah, the Donko fart emerges from the top of the well, and then just kind of hovers there.
Cloud hand gestures. Obviously, no one can understand me.
Yeah.
Uncloud. Right. So. Learn nothing. Pointless. What are these rocks?
You-
Down there for
Are they just
How
rocks?
does Donko look?
With
His-
my eyes, Bart.
You look at him. You look him up and down. It's not like acid damage where it would actually do physical.
But he has like plant life on him.
Oh yeah, how clean was this well? Is it dirty? Is it clean?
There are. I would say there's quite a few
Clean,
of
dirty.
your fungi and whatever else you have growing that is.
I guess I'm already usually covered in plants and mud.
That's
So.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of your the stuff you have growing on you is starting to die.
Anyone have prestige
vegetation.
I don't
wizard
know-
magic?
I don't know how much wizard magic that's gonna take. That looks like a druid magic problem to me.
Druidcraft. Ah.
You have a flower that just grows and then like withers a little bit.
Now I
And
know what's
the-
not immune to poison, which is pretty much everything on here.
And is very resisting the urge to slap Donko on the back of the head.
There's no way to tell how low my hit points are visually, so.
Although I will say his orb is a little on the green side, just ever so slight tinged.
I kind of wish I could vomit. Anyway. So what are these rocks? What am I looking at? Are they just rocks?
Two of them look to be just like stones that kids threw in there. The third, however, is a bit more smooth. And as you look closer, it's not just a rock. Maybe it is. Maybe it is stone. But it has lines throughout it. There's like a green and a purple and a blue throughout the actual strata of the stone. That doesn't seem natural.
Looks like a jawbreaker.
Very much so, yes. Imagine a one of those giant jawbreakers that's been like shrunk down to here, and you can see the strata lines going through it.
Perfect. Okay.
But it's more
Well, this
like
is
an
probably the thing.
oblong oval. So
Is it poisoning me by holding it in my hand?
doesn't seem to be.
I'm gonna powderize a bit, put it in a vial, see
Well,
if it gives the
wait,
same reaction.
Before you do that,
Oh.
Charles is gonna cast detect magic. Is he getting anything?
Oh.
Yes, it is magical.
That's a magic thing. What kind
So
of
it
magic
magically
am I
emits poison.
Conjuration.
getting? Conjuration.
Josh, you know I'm gonna keep this, right?
Because
see.
Charles,
Stop giving me weapons.
Charles is a ritualist. He's gonna cast identify as a ritual.
It's not It's not an enchanted magic item. It's not just some stone that some wizard enchanted. You cast Identify, and in the back of your mind, you can hear whatever magic gives you the ability to figure out what these things are. You hear it over and over. The word that keeps happening is gland.
A purple worm poison gland.
This seems to be a purple worm poison gland.
That's awesome. Poisoner kit. Put it in a special vial.
As it crumbles in your hands. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. So if this gland was kind of seeping the poison in, taking it out, is that gonna, like, is it gonna take a while? I'm assuming, I don't know.
Probably take a while. Yeah. I mean, we're going to be in the plains for a while. What we could do, because you guys have already informed them how to keep their water clean temporarily. We can go to the other wells, check for glands, and then after we're done with the bugs, we can come back, see how the well is doing. And by that time, I can prepare poison
it seems like,
spells.
It seems like, I don't know, that for some reason the insects couldn't do it themselves. But I don't know. I guess.
I mean, who would want to touch
would there be
a worm poison
every
gland with
single
their own
well?
hands? Yeah, they said all the wells are poisoned, so.
They did, and I'm wondering, okay, frick.
It's because they're connected to the same aquifer, though, right?
Yeah. It's hard to say.
We'll give it a week.
I mean, we can check the other two wells with, now that we know what the item is we're looking for, we can cast various spells. I don't have Find the Path,
they
but I
have a
think
workaround right now.
object.
This is like, they have a workaround with the thing we're giving them for now. We'll come back to get it later, and if their wells are still poisoned, then we'll work on it then.
I mean, because I have Detect Object, right? I always
like
bring
3
that.
hours here now, just trying to fix their poison problem.
Yeah,
So-
but the well, Josh, you said the well was 50 feet down, right? I
Mhm.
think that's within range of my Detect Object.
And then another 60 feet. This well specifically was 60 feet below the surface was the base, the bottom.
Okay. What is Detect? I don't like the standard sheet.
I know.
I don't have a search bar anymore. Let's see. Can I go to Tidy Sheet just to use spells? That would be so much easier. Yes, okay. Thank goodness. Oh, I don't have Detect Object. I have Detect Magic. Well, it is magic.
Detect
Do you
magic's
mean
30 feet.
Do you mean
Shoot.
locate objects?
Oh, yeah, it might be Locate. Good call. There it is, and prepared. Awesome. Within 1,000 feet, easily. Yeah, we can see if it's there. As long as it's familiar to me. So
All right.
we can just take a little walk by the wells. Do I sense more worm glands?
As you walk by the other wells, there does seem to be something of that type at the bottom of each one.
This is an easy fix, and I just do the same thing I just did to the other two.
Do you
Well,
have the health points for that?
Stop.
yeah, I got a second casting of my wild shape. I can at least easily make it through one well and come back.
I have an antitoxin for you. If you're gonna be Yeah.
Jumping into poison. Like, how many hit points are we gonna waste here? Because like we were planning potentially on attacking Hive today.
I mean, I only need half an hour to get my wild shapes back, or I guess an hour,
I will
depending on
say-
how our.
you know what, I will say it's probably wise of us to like take a night on the travel, because then Mr. Druid Man can prepare all of the anti-poison spells.
Yeah.
Like protection from poison and such. So that would be nice.
That's true. But at the same time, we can just kill them with a bunch of skeletons and stuff. You know? I've barely used any spells, and wild shapes return on short rest, so I'm not stressing.
Okay, so I'll just
And I
use
have healing.
Ooh.
I don't think I have any healing potions.
I didn't
think
know
I
this.
can-
Protection from poison is not concentration.
Nope.
That's amazing.
That's pretty good.
It lasts an hour.
Do I bring? Yeah, I don't keep potions. I have one potion of 3 question marks. We never identified it.
I just imagine Donko going through his bag. It's like, where did we get
What
this
is
again?
I don't think anyone here knows where it came from or what it is. Wait. Remember how we were talking about how we could just, use a tree to get out? I totally forgot I have a feather that can instantly turn into a tree, just for emergency escapes.
But then it stays a tree, and then they have a tree in their well.
Tree in their well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna do one well. You want me to just do like a batch of cons, or do you want to just say I wasted my wild shape and like 10 HP? It's about how much I went through. It was like
So
I went through like 8 of my actual HP and then 50 points of.
So this one, let's go ahead and make just the 5 con saves.
Yeah, hold on, I have to switch back to regular sheet for those.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh wait, what's my con? +1. I'll just do dice. Is it 5? Sorry, there's a very Donko-orientated part of the stream, so
No, that's fine.
I don't want to take the whole spotlight.
This is a whole little town of people that we're trying to save, I feel.
Yeah. All those. Since they're blue for 1. Well, 2 4s, 1 1, a 13, and 17.
Okay. Okay, so you take half of this. You take 22 points.
And then half again, or is that already?
No, that is halved. That's for the 3 fails.
Okay.
And then you take a quarter of this. So 16, 8.
Oh yeah, I didn't even break temporary hit points that time.
Yeah, okay.
So 21. Yeah,
Okay,
I'll do
then
the other well then. I
Okay,
assume
yeah.
after I grab the rock down there because I can feel it.
Yeah, easy enough.
How are you using symbiotic entity for this?
Yeah.
So you have to take a short rest to get those back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess, you know what? We're probably just going to camp in the town, or around
Yeah.
the town. At this
I mean,
point,
and then even if we on the journey, put me in a bag of holding or something. I don't know. You take a little nap in a dimensional space.
we'll go to the local inn and rent out a few rooms.
Okay, so you go to the tavern, and they don't have any rooms there, but they direct you over to the Caravaneers Guild. And they said, hey, all travelers get free room and board over there for at least a couple of nights when they first get to town.
All right, cool.
It is a single room for everybody, but it is a room. 2 beds. So, with all of the... Sorry?
5 more cons.
Yep, 5 more cons real quick.
Blue, and sneeze. Okay.
Bless you, I think.
11, 12, 17, 10. What is that? Another 10. Plus 1. So, wait, that's success on all, right? DC was 11?
Success on all, yep. Okay, let me do this. You take a quarter of this damage.
Oh, boy.
Half would be 32, half would be... so 16 points poison damage.
Still in temporary hit points. I love this druid. I have 5 temp hit points.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. And I got the stones.
Both stones, you have all 3 of them. All 3
All
of
right.
the glands.
They are in my bag of poisoning stuff. In my
Okay.
bag of holding of poisonous stuff. So I guess we should tell the chief what we found. Or I assume Charles probably doing that while I was in the wells.
Are you... So wait, did you get every single gland?
Mhm.
Okay. Is that 4 then? Or were there 3 wells?
3.
There 3 wells?
Three.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll probably inform the guy what we did and just tell him to wait for the poison to wash out as we remove the source of the poison.
He looks at you with shock and just, thank you so much. I'm not sure what we can do to repay you.
Don't think of it. It's...
A free stay at the inn would be nice.
There is no inn. We're staying at the caravan. But it's the least we could do for interrupting such an unceremoniously, mind you, your day. But
Well, I'll tell Ellen at the what's it called? There we go. I'll tell Ellen at the Pilgrim and Cask that the food is free for your troop.
oh,
We appreciate it.
that.
Least we can do here.
Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll just go. I'm just
And
gonna
you,
go
we already informed him about how to. What's the word I'm looking for? Distill,
purify.
I think.
Purify,
Maybe. What's
Boil?
there's
boil
a
out.
well, there's a it's that machine that it has all the stuff. Is that a
Yes, that
distillery? It is. Hold on, I'm losing my words. Distillery define. No, that's for liquor. Ah. Anyway, pointless. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, so you let everyone know there is the town seems to be in a much better attitude this evening, especially you go into the tavern, the Pilgrim and Cask, and people are, yes, there is sadness, there was death, but that death wasn't followed up with death. It was followed up with hope and with fresh water, clean water. Most of the people in here are just generally happy with the situation and all of that. And you see several of them buy you guys drinks for those who do drink, and it's a bit more of a lively night than you would imagine in such a small town. But full night's rest. Everybody gets long rest. No strange dreams. No interruptions by bug people. You all rest fairly comfortably in the Caravaneers Guild. But the next day is yours. What do you want to do?
I think we could wrap up here if you're all right with that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
And we'll pick up there next week.
Sounds good to me.
I am replacing Contact Other Plane with Cone of Cold.
Sure. Go for it.
I like that. Ooh, I should probably, yeah. Don't go. Remember to prepare your spells accordingly.
Yes.
I wonder if they're afraid of water. Like,
Oh wait, that's how I tell if they have a little sun on them. I haven't used the default sheet in so long. Forgot how it works.
Kyle, you say you're
Sorry, did
asking
I
about
come up?
the bugs?
yeah, I was wondering if they're just afraid of water. That's why they had to get people to got the stones in.
That's actually a good question, actually, because... Huh. That's a little interesting. Do I want to replace any of my spells? I don't know.
Well, you can either replace them now or wait until next time. But
I'll probably forget to next time, so I'm gonna have to think about it tonight.
not a bad idea.
All right. Well,
Sounds good.
I'll talk to you
Everyone
guys.
have a
Yeah.
good night and good rest of your week. And see you next week.
See ya.
Yep.
Alrighty,
Catch you guys
you
later.
too. See you guys.
See you next